Hi, my name is Rayneen, and I'm a certified yoga teacher. The following sequence is a favorite of mine in my own personal practice, and I'm excited to share it with you. Physically, it's a slow and steady full body awakening with lower and upper body stretches. Energetically, it's grounding and re-energizing, which makes it perfect for any time you just need to breathe and be. Begin by bringing yourself to a comfortable seat with the hips propped up on either a blanket or a bolster, something to give yourself a bit of height so that your hips are level, if not just above knee height. What this allows is an easier rising through the spine. Once you find yourself comfortable, close your eyes if that feels okay to you. And bring your awareness to the sit bones touching down on whatever prop you're sitting. Feel the sit bones rooting down and slowly start to climb up the spine one vertebra at a time, getting just a little bit taller until you get to the very top of the head. Feel the head directly over the shoulders, over the hips, and then allow the body to soften into the posture. Muscles relax. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and take a moment to make whatever adjustments you need to make. When you're ready to settle into stillness, take a very deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more just like that, filling the very bottom to the very top and exhaling completely. If you feel you need a few more of those deep breaths, by all means take as many as you need. When you're ready, allow the breath to fall away back to a natural rhythm. We're not controlling or shaping the breath in any way. Begin to observe the breath in its natural state. Notice what it feels like coming in and out of the nose. How it moves through the body. Is it more in the belly or the chest? And can you actually notice these things without changing it or shaping it in any way? While still holding a gentle awareness on the breath, move your attention now to the body. Take a scan from the very top of the head and slowly move down. Not only to notice what you feel along the way, but to also relax any tension that you find. Soften the eyes, the inside of the mouth, the jaw and the shoulders, and continue all the way down to your toes. Notice what you feel from the temperature of the room to the clothes on your skin. and even the more subtle sensations like tightness or soreness in the body. Not judging what you find, just taking note. Once you've completed your scan, see if you can hold the awareness of all physical sensation and breath at the same time. Next, we add in the awareness of the thoughts. Are there any here with you presently? Are the thoughts back to back, or is there space between? The goal of this practice is not to force a still mind. It's not to make the thoughts go away. Our goal is to observe, to be able to move through our current experience, our sensation, our breath, our thoughts, the sounds, without getting stuck on anyone in particular. Staying in center, noticing as much as we can. This is the ability to be present. And this is what I invite you to practice as we move and breathe together. Take just one more moment to be right where you are, noticing as much as you can. And take one more very full breath in through the nose, filling the low belly all the way up to the collarbones. And out through the mouth, big sigh, empty completely. Next, you'll begin to deepen and steady your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Trying to make the inhale and exhale as smooth and as steady as you can. Same in length, strength, and sound. Once you feel connected to your breath, like you could maintain it, then you'll slowly start to open your eyes and crawl yourself forward into table pose on all fours. With the shoulders directly over the wrists and the hips over the knees, begin to move in whatever way feels good to you. Maybe it's starting with some cat and cow. Maybe it's some other movements like rolling through the spine or sinking the hips back. What's so great about this place is that you can hit almost every part of the body from this shape. So what is it that you need to address? What feels good? What needs to move? What needs to be stretched? And allow yourself these first few moments to move in whatever way feels good to you. Not worrying about what it looks like, only being concerned with what it feels like. Allow yourself another 6 or so breaths here. Once you're ready and you feel even from side to side, then slowly start to pull yourself into a steady table. From there, you'll walk your hands forward and slide the shoulders over the wrists so that you're in a plank from your knees. You continue to deepen your breath. Spread your fingers wide and press down through the ground so that you're pressing through every knuckle. As you press the ground away, feel the space between the shoulder blades fill up. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and get broad across the chest. Feel the belly pull up toward the spine a half an inch more and get just a little bit longer through the spine. And now bend your elbows just a tiny bit and hug your triceps back toward each other and re-straighten your arms, feeling the upper back just a little bit stronger. Take one more full breath in, and on your exhale, slowly lower, elbows point straight back and everything lands together at the same time. Rest your forehead at the bottom, untuck your toes, and press the very tops of the feet into the ground all the way out to the pinky toe side. Start to pull the shoulder blades toward each other, the elbows toward each other, and on your next inhale, lift your chest a few inches off the mat, baby cobra. And on your exhale, slowly lower back down. Keep pressing through the feet. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to lower. And once more to stay. Inhale, lift the chest. Pause at the top. Continue to breathe. Shoulders away from ears, elbows toward each other, feet pressing down, and try not to press through your hands. If anything, feel your hands pull your heart just a little more open. Gaze toward the top of the mat, neck nice and long. Take one more full breath in. And on your exhale, tuck your toes, shift back through table first, and then hips up and back, downward facing dog. If downward facing dog is not good for you in your body at the moment, feel free to stay in table pose. It's always a fine option. If you like to move your way into stillness, feel free to pedal out the legs, bending one knee at a time to sway the hips or to roll through the neck or the shoulders. Breath stays steady. And eventually you do find stillness. In the stillness, feel the breath move through the entire body. Spread the fingers wide. Let the head hang heavy and move the shoulders away from the ears. That same action that we just did in plank, wrap the triceps in toward each other. Feel the upper back broaden. Pull the belly up toward the spine. And with a slight bend in the knees, pull the hips as far back and up as you can, bringing length through the sides of the bodies. The heels reach down toward the ground. Take one more full breath in through the nose. Set it free through the mouth. And on your next inhale, lift the heels. As you exhale, bend the knees and begin to travel to the top of the mat, taking as many steps as you need. When you arrive, place the feet parallel and hip-width distance, and place a generous bend in the knees so you can spill the belly down on the thighs. Feel the weight even between the heels and the balls of the feet. Allow the head and the arms to hang heavy, but continue to pull the shoulders away from the ears so there's space for the neck. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Set it 3 through your mouth. Next inhale, place fingertips to shins and lift halfway up. Get nice and long. And on your exhale, slowly fold back down. Twice more with your breath. Your inhale to lift and lengthen. Your exhale to fold. And once more to stay. Inhale, lift halfway up. Pause at the top. Deepen your breath. You're looking to find table pose in the upper body. So with that slight bend in the knees, feel the tail lifting, the hips pressing back, and the head reaching forward. Shoulder blades pull toward each other. Belly pulls toward the spine. Get just a little bit longer. Take one more full breath in. And on your exhale, fold forward nice and slow. Maintaining that bend in your knees, start to tuck the tail, dig down through the heels, and slowly roll to stand one vertebra at a time, pulling the belly toward the spine, digging down through the heels, knees stay bent. The head is the very last thing to lift at the top. When you arrive at the top, shrug the shoulders up, back, and down, and take a moment to maybe look from left to right or to sway your head in front from side to side. What would feel good here? When you're ready, bring yourself back to neutral and find yourself in a steady Tadasana mountain pose. If it feels safe to you, close the eyes so you can bring your attention into the body. Feel in equal measure a rooting down and a rising up. Feel yourself get a little taller, a little stronger. Maybe spread and lift the toes. Feel how that wakes up the legs. And then spread the fingers, reach toward the toes. The top of the head reaches toward the sky. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Set it free through the mouth. And on your next inhale, slowly reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, take the hands behind the back. Grab opposite elbow or interlace the fingers. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and pull the shoulder blades toward each other. Notice if the ribs are poking forward. Pull the ribs into the body. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Hang in your fold with the arms behind the back. Pull the shoulder blades toward each other. Get a little more open across the chest. Take one more full breath in. And on your exhale, release your hands to the ground. Next inhale, lift and lengthen halfway up. And on your exhale, fold, plant your hands and step back to plank from your knees or from your toes. Either is fine. Pause in your plank, deepen your breath. Get wide across the chest, pull the belly up toward the spine. Reach through the heels if you're on your toes. Feel everything working together. Take a full breath in. And on your exhale, slowly lower the whole way down. Everything lands together. Your inhale to lift the chest, and your exhale to take it back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up, and exhale to fold. With a flat back this time, inhale, rise the whole way up, reach the arms to the sky. And as you exhale, pull the hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Last round, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold, step back to plank, knees or toes. Take a full breath in. And on your exhale, either lower the whole way down or to chaturanga. Your inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. And your exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale to lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway up, nice and long. And exhale to fold. Inhale, root down, rise all the way up, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Pausing at the top of the mat with the eyes closed if that feels okay. Take a moment to pull yourself back to center where we started. Notice the breath, the body, and the mind. If you've noticed that you've wandered somewhere else, invite yourself back. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Open the eyes And when you're ready, slowly start to sink your hips down and back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands stay at the heart for now so we can really make this about the legs. As you sink the hips down and back, pull the belly toward the spine, keep the chest nice and open. Look down at the knees, make sure they're not collapsing toward each other. Gently press the knees apart so that you're pulling into the glutes. And then play with the balance. How far back and down can you sink your hips while keeping your chest upright and open? Belly pulling toward the spine, tail lengthening toward the ground. Deepen your breath. Take one more full breath in. And on your exhale, slowly fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, step the right foot back to lunge. With the left knee over the left ankle and fingertips underneath shoulders, gently lower the right knee to the earth. If you need a blanket underneath your knee, feel free to place one there now. From here, you'll bring your hands onto blocks if you have them. Straighten your front leg and rock your hips back, walking your hands by your shoulders. You're looking to have your right hip directly over your right knee, coming to the heel of the left foot. Pull the left toes back, get open across the chest. Stay here if you feel the stretch through the back of the hamstring. If you want more, you can walk your hands forward, but try not to arch through the back. You're pulling the heart forward to keep a long spine. Tail reaches back, toes pull in, heart reaches forward, belly pulls in. Take a few breaths here with every inhale, creating a little more length through the spine, expansion across the chest. And as you exhale, maybe deepen just a little bit more. Move the breath through the whole of the body, sending it to the places that need it most. Take one more full breath in. And as you exhale, slowly rock forward back into the left knee, bringing it over the ankle. From here, take both hands inside of the left leg and scoot your left foot toward the edge of your mat. If you would like more of a split position, you can scoot your right knee back as much as you need to. I advise keeping the back toes tucked and slowly taking a few moments to rock from side to side, letting the legs move with you so there's no cranking in the joints. If you like the movement, you can stay with the gentle rocking, or maybe there's a place along the way that you feel you'd like to stay. You have a few more breaths to do whatever it is feels best to you. Take one more full breath in and out. Come back to center if you're away from there. You'll slide the left foot back to where we started and take the left hand back outside the left leg. Plant your hands firmly. If the back toes are not tucked, tuck them so you can lift the back knee off the mat and step forward into your fold. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Next step, the left foot back to lunge. Hands underneath shoulders, right knee over right ankle, and slowly lower the left knee to the earth, taking a blanket there if you'd like one. From here, you'll take your hands onto blocks if you have them, and walk them back toward your hips as you straighten the front leg. Left hip stacks over left knee. Come to the heel of the right foot. Pull the right toes back, get open across the chest, long through the spine. Stay here if you feel the stretch, or begin to come forward if you'd like a little more. Again, we're not trying to round through the back. You want to keep the tail lifting up, the toes pulling back, the heart reaching forward, and the belly pulling toward the spine. Even a slight tuck of the chin to make the back of the neck a little bit longer. Take a few breaths here. Getting a little longer with the inhale, settling with the exhale. Take one more full breath in through the nose. And on your exhale, bend back into the front knee. And bring both hands inside of the right leg, scooting your right foot out toward the edge of your mat. If you'd like to move your left knee back to make more of a split position, take a moment. And then tuck the back toes, and just like the other side, take a few gentle rocks from side to side. You can stay with the movement, or you can find somewhere in this stretch that you'd like to drop in a little deeper. These next few breaths are for you to do whatever it is feels best. Take one more full breath in and out as you are. Come back to center. Right hand moves outside the right leg, right foot scoots back toward the center of your mat. Plant your hands firmly, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step forward into your fold. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold and step back to your plank. Take a full breath in, and on your exhale, choose to lower halfway down into chaturanga or to the ground. Your inhale to lift into either upward facing dog or cobra, and your exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Next, you'll lower your knees to the earth and keep your hips stacked over your knees. You'll start to walk your hands forward and begin to melt your chest down toward your mat, bringing your head to rest either on the ground or a block. Keep the arms like downward facing dog, extended long, fingers spread wide, shoulders away from ears, and heart melting toward the ground. Take a few deep breaths here. One more full breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. From here, slowly start to pull yourself forward to lie flat on the belly. You'll bring your arms out into a T shape at shoulder height. First, look out at your right hand. Make sure that it's coming straight out from the shoulder joint. Then turn your head to rest on the right side and scoot your hips about an inch to the left. Using the left hand, you'll slowly start to press yourself open so you're stacking left hip over right. And you can bend the left knee and take the sole of the foot behind the right leg. Keep the head resting on the ground. Try not to make any sudden movements. And take a few deep breaths into the right shoulder and right side of the chest. One more full breath in and out here. And slowly as you can, bring yourself back to center. Pause in the middle. Notice the difference from right to left. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Next, you'll look out at the left hand. Make sure it's straight from the shoulder joint. When it is, turn to rest on the left side of the head. Scoot your hips an inch or so to the right and use your right hand to help roll you open. Right hip stacks over left. Right knee bends, sole of the foot comes behind the left leg to help with balance. Take a few deep breaths here. One more full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and slowly roll back to center. Realign the hips and the shoulders. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. From here, you'll slowly roll over onto your back with the knees bent. With the soles of the feet flat on the ground, you'll take your arms back to a T shape at shoulder height. And you'll scoot your hips an inch or so to the left. Hug the knees in toward your chest and allow both knees to fall to the right. If it's okay for the neck, you can allow the head to look in the opposite direction of the legs, and you'll take a few deep breaths here in this side of the twist. Take one more full breath in and out. And slowly pull the legs back to center. Take a moment to realign your hips and your shoulders. And then switch sides, hips a little bit to the right. Knees hug in toward the chest and legs fall over to the left. If it's okay for the neck, you can turn your head to look in the opposite direction of the legs, and you have a few breaths here. Take one more full breath in and out. Now slowly bring the legs back to center. Realign the hips and the shoulders. And take the feet wide so you can let the knees rest together for a few breaths. Maybe placing one hand on your heart, the other on the belly, and feeling the breath move through the body. Take a moment to consider if there's anything else that you would need before we lay out for our final resting shape. If there is, take a few breaths. Otherwise, feel free to come straight into Shavasana. As you set yourself up for Shavasana, really take the time to make yourself comfortable. If you have a blanket or a pillow of sorts, I invite you to place it under your knees. Take the time to tuck the shoulder blades underneath you so the chest is nice and open. Adjust the hair, the clothes, the props so that you are as comfortable as possible. Once you are finished making whatever adjustments need to be made, take a really deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and allow yourself to slowly soften. Shavasana is conscious rest. Make the decision to stay here, to not be on to the next thing, to not be in planning mode or doing mode, but to allow yourself to be for just a few minutes. Feel the forehead and the space between the eyebrows soften. Eyes nestle into sockets. Tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth and widens. Relax the jaw and soften the throat. Continue this softening the whole way down the body, piece by piece, until you get all the way down to the toes. Allow yourself to soften any bit more for just a moment longer. And then as slowly as you can, take a full breath, filling the very bottom to the very top, and slowly let it go. Begin to awaken the body in whatever way feels good to you. And eventually choose which side would be best for you to roll off to. Pause on your side and take a full breath in and out. And then slowly make yourself back upright to any comfortable seat, with the eyes closed and the hands collected at the heart. Take one more full breath in and out for yourself before you go on. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. If you have any questions about the practice, let me know down in the comments below and I'll get to you when I can. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, share with a friend, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video.